Hey guys, this is Jason. Welcome back to my channel. I've had my channel going for almost a couple years ago now. I haven't done a video in a while. I've just been busy with family stuff and kids, and here lately it seems like everybody has been getting sick under the sun. So here I am, getting over a cold myself. Feel like I've been getting sick since the 1st of November, and I just keep getting sick, and then I bounce back, and then I get sick again. And it seems like the same way with the rest of our family. But this year I'm determined. It's a whole new year. This year I'm determined to do more videos on YouTube. Bring more content on Instagram as well at Gardening with Jason. I'll be showing a lot of my photography in my garden, or what I'm doing in the garden. So today I just wanted to I don't think I ever actually made an introduction of myself for this channel. So I just wanted to introduce myself. I don't have any kind of background in horticulture or gardening or anything to that extent. It is a goal of mine to maybe one day go for my Master Gardener's certification. But until then, I'm just going to keep tinkering around in my backyard, doing what I do, trying to grow plants and plant shrubs and trees, and just doing all kinds of hard work in the yard to try to make it as enjoyable a place as we can. All right, so for this video, I'm just going to show you how I prep my winter sowing containers. So this is just going to be a real simple, quick, easy tutorial. So with your winter sowing jugs, I just got on Facebook Marketplace, or not on Facebook Marketplace, but a local Buy Nothing group, and I put a post out in search of gallon-sized milk jugs or distilled water containers in order to be able to use for my winter sowing projects. So, hang on, I had to go deal with something for a second. Let me get back to what I was saying about Facebook. On the Buy Nothing groups, I put an ad out, and I had several people offering up milk jugs and distilled water jugs. So I was able to get plenty to store away in my shed, in my basement, and garage for the next at least 3 or 4 years probably. I've got lots of milk jugs. So the first thing I want to do with this is I'm going to poke some holes in it. I don't really use the safest method, so do this at your own risk. So I just take one end of the scissors, grab them, and then I just start poking. I poke and I twist to create some holes. And I put about 7 or 8 holes in there. I do it with the cap on because I feel like these water jugs are pretty flimsy, so I feel like they don't crush under the pressure of the scissors when I poke them as bad. But when you're doing your winter sowing, you definitely want to remove the caps. Take the cap off, throw it away. Done with the cap. The cap is useless during winter sowing because you want your container, the top of it, open and exposed to all of the weather conditions. You want the rain and the snow, everything to get in there. So the next thing I do is I want to leave a handle. So I come just below the handle and I make a poke, and then I just cut right around the circumference of the milk jug until I get back to the handle, and then I stop. That way I have a handle there to open and shut the milk jug. Okay, so there's my container. No lid, cut around the circumference so it'll open and shut. Got my drainage holes. I'm going to do another video later on about when I'm doing my actual winter sowing. So what I would do from here is I would fill this up with potting mix or a type of potting mix. I usually use the big bags of Pro Mix. I'll use those and then I add a little bit extra perlite in there for a little bit more drainage. I've used other potting mixes too. You don't have to get real bent out of shape about what brand or what type of potting mix you use, as long as it's not one of them cheap Dollar Tree store type mixes that has a lot of clay in it. You don't want it holding a lot of water because we're starting seeds and you want a real fine mix so those roots will extend out into the soil. And then once I fill this with the potting mix, I'm gonna add my seeds on top, and then I'll either push them in or I'll sprinkle a little bit more dirt on top of them. And I always pre-moisten my potting mix, and then I'll spray a little bit more water on top of them, and then I'll close it up and I'll seal it up with some tape. And I'll use a garden marker, either a garden marker or a paint pen to write on the outside of the jug so I know what I winter sowed. And I'll also usually put a tag inside and write inside what it is. So that's all there is to making your winter sowing jugs. It's a very easy process. I enjoy the process because it's very hands-off once you've done it. And I'll cover that a little bit more in one of my next videos. So I just want to thank you for watching, and I hope you like and subscribe to the channel, and I hope you learned something. And thanks for following along.